What's up, bitches? And Hadouken to all of you. Hadouken! It's the commish for the Week 1 wrap-up. Run through the scores and the winners for the week here. We're going to start with the matchup of the week. Team Flanagan, who is obviously Pat's team. Pat, I don't care if you're the reigning champion or not. That name sucks, so you need to fix that. Against We Are Marshall, Valento. Pat comes out the victor, 150.9 to 144.2. Two of the top three teams I had going into the regular season. Pat, obviously, had a huge week out of Cappy, Demarius Thomas, and Julius Thomas, who nobody else saw coming except for you. So.
Oh, good for you.
Valento, you had a pretty decent week. You just ran into Pat. I mean, 144 is a hell of a week. Second highest point total of the week. So, but for winning, Pat, you get the all good for you one more time. Next matchup is actually going to be the Average Joe's Matty Mac's team against my team, Big Red. Matt, I don't know how you only beat me by like 18 points. I was projected to lose by like 40. So yeah, I don't know. You had an okay week with AJ Green and Reggie Bush and Matt Stafford, but other than those three, I mean, David Wilson, you got -2 points. So yeah. You get the all good for you for the win, but other than that, you beat probably the worst team in the league. So.
Oh, good for
you. Third game here we have TDs and Beer against my Sluts Have Sluts. So Bednarts and Krinke, Aaron Krinke being. Bednarts, you won by almost 50 points. But you beat Teeters and Beer, and Krinke's team is an embarrassment to fantasy football. So, yes, Jake, you won, but to be honest with you, you're on my shit list. You didn't show up to the draft, and you said that was one of the nights that worked for you. You didn't show up to the draft. You're on my shit list. So you've got some making up to do. But regardless, you won.
Oh, good for you.
Next one, we have the father and son matchup. Team I'll have another Bob against Pondering Why Sam Chose Me. Very good matchup, very close matchup. Oopsies. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back here. A very good matchup. Actually, not as close as I thought. I apologize. Bob's team, you failed to show up, basically. Pondering Why Sam Chose Me. Brett, yep, you had a really good week. You had fucking Peyton Manning. Second highest fantasy points total in history. Second only to Michael Vick a few years ago. So, for that, you get a double all good for you, for the win, and for Peyton Manning. Technical difficulties.
Oh, good for you.
That's what happens when you play it off a phone and your iPhone sucks.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you for bearing with me. Alright, last matchup of the week. Dirty Mike and the boys. So that's Kurz against Large Johnson. That's Ethan. Dirty Mike and the boys, I feel like you had an off week. I liked your team probably the most going into the season. Although 124, it's still a really good week. Large Johnson, 92 points, did alright. I mean, you had A-Raj, but other than that, I mean, you ran into Dirty Mike and the boys, so tough break. Dirty Mike and the boys, you get a...
Oh, good for you.
Now let's move on to next week's matchups. We are going to start with my matchup against the old man. Bob, I mean, you should beat me. I have a horrible team, but my team is really starting to take shape here. I've made some good trades. I feel I might be GM of the year. Honestly, if I make the playoffs, which I'm starting to think I have a slight chance to do. Yeah, so I actually think I have a shot against you this week, Bob. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just the purveyor of positivity. My sluts have sluts against Team Flanagan. Jake, you don't have a shot. Sorry, you don't. Average Joe's against Dirty Mike and the boys. I think it's going to be a really good matchup. Actually, I think it's probably going to be the matchup of the week. So that's what I'm going to deem it. It's the matchup of the week. It's going to be a close battle, but I actually think... Ooh, I think Kurz is going to come out by maybe 6 points. It's going to be a close one, I think. So we are Marshall against Pondering Why Sam Chose Me. Also a very, very good matchup. Valento, I think you're going to come out on top by probably at least 15 points. Teeters and Beer and Large Johnson. This is the toilet bowl match. Krinke, Aaron Krinke. Your team fucking sucks. It's worse than mine. And I spent $143 on one player whom is no longer on my team. So your team sucks ass. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Ethan just out of pure hatred for your 54-point total last week. So, yeah, you really suck. It's really all I have for you now. Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, that's really all I have for you. Hadouken to all of you. I'm just going to go ahead and rough up the suspect. Bye!